Hello, Tony. This is Artson from Audio Projects, a division of New East Paving and Building Contractors. Thank you so much for the welcome that you gave me today when I came to assess the damage, the the collapsed walls. Okay, so I actually sort of not assessed everything. So what I've done now is actually sort of before I present a proposal to you, I just did a few drawings that I know just to specify how we're gonna build up these new walls, because so just to have this design, it's actually sort of more like a map that is gonna guide us. If we adhere to these specifications, I promise you that we are building structures that will last, a lifetime. Okay, okay, I'm not going to take you all the way back. Let me just sort of, there are certain issues that I want to just highlight, that I just want you to get a bit informed. Okay, so the most aspects of this project is actually sort of compaction of backfill, the footing, the drainage, and the blocks that we're gonna use, and that's it. Okay, so let me just study with the footing phase. All right. I've just labeled some specifications here, particularly the dimensions, how deep, how wide, and the concrete layer, the thickness. Okay, so let me just bring it closer. All right. So basically, we are gonna sort of open up a trench that should be at least half a meter, because we're only going 2.5 meters. If you were going higher than that, I could have we could have gone deeper than half a meter, and even wider than half a meter. Okay, so we are gonna open up a trench that is gonna be half a meter, and as shown on this drawing. Okay, and the concrete layer, we have to make it at least 250 mils or 300, right? Just to make sure that it's stable, and also I will look at actually the strength of this zone here. Let me just sort of highlight this. Could sort of do this and that. Just hold on. I'm just editing this. Maybe. All right. Probably two or probably one. Okay, this is much better. Okay, so what I was trying to say is, after opening up the trench, I will see the strength of the soil. If I see that it needs to be compacted before we pour concrete, I will get a compactor, and actually we ram it, we compact to maximum density, and then we pour concrete. Okay, so then yeah, and then what we're gonna need to do is we are gonna be using on-site material, but we also gonna get gravel that we're gonna actually sort of backfill. We compact, we do it in layers, just like this other drawing that is here. Right, you see, this is actually sort of another cross section. Okay, so basically what we do is, you see, this is the layers of gravel. I mean the backfill. So whenever we put a course, we backfill and compact, and then we do that in 200 mils layers as we build up the wall. So, but the most important thing is to ensure that the backfill is compacted to maximum density, right? Just to make sure everything stays in place. Okay, so let me just get back to the diagram. Right, so yeah, and the front view now, you see, because you would like to access the backyard and also the wind house, so we're not gonna close up the steps section. So what we're probably gonna do is we're just gonna accommodate this gap here. So we're gonna have to sort of build these caves on the borders of the steps, right? So hold on, let me just. So yeah, this is actually sort of the layout or the design of this section, the union of the wall and the steps, right? So that's actually sort of what I wanted to emphasize. So what we're gonna need to do is we are gonna be using the SABS approved any blocks, additional blocks, Geolock 400. So okay, this is gonna be Geolock 400 block. Okay, let me just say put in a numeric form. Okay, geolog 400, right? It's called geolog 400 because it's a dimension. It's got a length of 400 mils, right? It's got a height of 200 mils, and it's manufactured by Corobrick. It's ABS approved. Okay, so for both the walls, all right, this wall and the other one. Okay, let me just remembered about the aspect of drainage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to make sure that there is adequate drainage. But the good thing about the kind of this wall, I will show you the one that we recently built. Drainage, because the wall, the blocks, it doesn't form a closed up wall. We call that an open wall, an open retaining wall. What that means is basically, hold on, let me see if I can get yeah, okay, there we go. Not here, but okay, that's me anyway. This is one of the other side, some other projects that I've, yeah. Um, this is a paving. Okay, and let me take you the one that we just recently built. Yeah, I'm talking about this one. Okay, this is a recent project. We actually were in Palok, Newlands. Okay, so we built about a 9-meter high wall. Recently, if you could look at the dates here, it's quite recent. Okay, but let me just take you a little bit back. This is how it looked like. This is how it was. Like, you know, so the homeowner wanted to actually sort of maximize the space. If you can look at the vertical, this is the telephone pole and the bank. So there was actually sort of a distance of about 11 meters, stretching with the length of 28 meters. So he wanted to actually maximize this land. So he actually called me and he asked me to sort of do him a proposal. So what I did a design. I submitted to him, and so in the end, he made up his mind, and he awarded me the job, and I actually built this wall. So this was in the course of the project. So I had to actually get geotech proved soil from Mount Edgecombe because there was another site that we were excavating. So we actually sort of transported it to the site, and we're using it as backfill. So it was a cost effective than as compared to gravel, right? So we're pushing over the bank, and okay, that's me actually, right? Right. So let me just speed it up. Right. So the action had started. We're raising the wall now. You can see that the telephone pole. We actually sort of we actually went up close to we exceeded the height of that telephone pole. And see, though these are the Geolog 400. This is how they look like. Right. So this is how the wall looks like. With the Geolog 400, it forms it makes up a good looking wall. I like these blocks. I actually like these blocks. These are like number one. Look at the wall. If you can look at actually the looks of the wall, it's more appealing. And apart from that, it makes a wall a strong wall because it's heavy and you know it leans at actually 90 degrees. This is right. And there's one more that I want to show you. You see that another wall that we did in Effingham. Okay, this one now, you see these blocks we call them Terra block 300 or 400 that are manufactured by Infrastate. So basically, they come with a locking panel, but these ones are very expensive. It's actually very expensive. You see this block here. There's a panel that is actually between the blocks. So so a combination of this block and the panel is very expensive. But I just wanted to show that you could also consider having this one. So basically, this is how the wall looks like. With that's actually the face of the wall, right? So yeah, but basically, number one, we can use the